Happy New Year. And a few days ago I made a video of centering, drawing, matching clay, and honestly I don't like that, and I just think about make my own style right now, because I just started YouTube about 4 weeks ago. Then before I started making a YouTube, I didn't know about that. What is the YouTube? How can I uploading? How can I erase? Download, that kind of thing is really new to me. Like when you start working the clay, or when you start driving and just no experience, that's hard to do that, and you should learn yourself. And also I have the worry about my English. Then I came America when I was 29 years old. Then I just grew up in Seoul, Korea, Gangnam style. That's my hometown. Then in my country, we don't have any R sounds. We have L sounds. We don't have any SH sounds. We have S sounds. Then we don't have any F sounds. We have P sounds. That kind of a thing is I had a hard time to communicate. Then 20 years ago, I started teaching at the Ann Arbor Center in Michigan. Then first semester of my class, I'm talking about the crack in the bottom of the plate. Then after dry or after bisque firing, then there's a crack shows up like the shape of S. Then I talked to my student, you didn't do a good job for the bottom, and S crack will be shows up, and everybody laughing at me. Then I didn't understand why they're laughing at me, and I went to home, and my daughter's major is English. Then, hey, why people laughing at me when I said S crack? They thought really S crack. And mom, next time when you're trying to teach in class about that crack, you should say shape of S crack. Then I learned a lot from my student. Then sometimes I have a hard time to rise. That kind of thing is a little bit still hard to fix. However, I'm trying to talking about centering right now. Then I'd like to excuse about the pronouns. It's hard to understand, and just send me the text message. Then also I learned about ceramic at America. Then about 25 years ago at Alabama. Then when I learned throwing, and usually the moving for the right hand person, move the wheel like a counterclockwise, the right person in America. Then do your hands position about 3 o'clock between 6 o'clock, and you're working around here. That means the wheel moving this way, your clay go that way. Then you working with the clay, let it go. If you do wheel counterclockwise like that, you're working at the 9 o'clock. That means you just against the clay. That means it's easy to poke the clay. The same like a swimming against the water. Then when you're working here, swimming, follow the water. The funny thing is, I watched the YouTube video a few years ago about the other country people, and especially the Korean people, the famous people, how they throwing. Then, oh my God, it's opposite. And look, most of the Korean people and do the wheel clockwise and working at between 9 and 6 o'clock. I'm not sure, but lots of people doing like that on the YouTube video. Then I'm thinking about, okay, wait a minute. I'm teaching the right person in America for the counterclockwise, do working in here. But even if the left-hand people, they can do here, because the Korean people do here like a left hand of the American people. Then doesn't matter. Just the important thing is when you're working in here like a counterclockwise, then you working here to let it go. When you move your wheel clockwise, then just let it go the clay in here. Doesn't matter left hand, right hand. I'm just learned a lot. Okay, now I'm thinking about the centering and throwing. Every teacher has a different way to centering throwing, but I only want to share my experience and something I learned by myself, something I learned from the other teacher, And sometimes I learn from my student too. Then that's really fun to working with the clay. And everybody has a different face. Everybody has a different language, the different way to throwing and centering the glazing. But one thing is same. But that is we working with the clay. That's very important. We connect with the clay. Then now, also everybody has a different bed system. Then I have my own bed system. I asked my student to cut just like that. Then there's a hole. Then make the scale one for the bottom. Sometimes I don't use anything over the wheel and just working. But I had a hard time when I make a plate without bed, hard to carry. Then and I working at the community college 9 years. I working at the Potter's Guild, and I working at the Ann Arbor Art Center for 20 years. Still I'm working Ann Arbor Art Center. Then also I'm working at home. Then every studio has a different system, and also lots of my students doesn't have their own studio, doesn't have their own wheel, and only once in a week they come and learning. Then the 90% of my student has a job or a student at the college or the university, and they don't have enough time to practice. Then just they come once in a week, or some people just have enough time to come to the open studio time, they just practice more. And everybody has a different situation. I really focusing to the student don't have enough time and they don't have any wheel at home, then they don't have enough the studio space for their house. Even if I have everything wheel, then slab roller, but I don't have the kiln at home. I'm just working in my basement. This is the best place for without carpet, then easy to just mess up my floor. Then now I'm going to use this batch system right now. Also, one more thing is I use this batch system. Sometimes this one is smaller than the outside, then it's wobbly. Then one of my students said, Daria, I can buy the band mat at some company. That working really great. I bought this band mat and soaking into the water and squeezing like that. Then set up the bottom part like this. Then this one really helping the smaller size. Sometimes your bed is wobbly when you use. Then this one stuck. The set up this is less wobbling. Set up really well. Like even if this is the smaller and wobbling, but with the bed mat, it didn't move. I paid this one over around $15. Then after then, I cannot ask to offer to my student to buy everything. It's too much. They buy tool, they buy clay. Then I found that this kind of the kitchen towel at the TJ Maxx is $1, less than $1. Then I just make a hole like that and cut it round the shape. Then it's working really well. Sometimes expensive tool. Also, I have the gripping grip, and for the trimming, that is a little bit expensive. Then you can use gripping grip, or some people don't like that. Then everybody has a different choice. Then you are the owner of the clay. Then you decide what you like. That's very important. That make you happy, right? Sometimes you watch other people's work. Oh, that is not my way. Oh, I don't like that. I didn't learn like that. I hate. don't worry about that. Just you find out, you choose your way. Then first time when you do centering, you need water, like a moisture, not too much water. If you have too much water, it's sliding. Then just like a moisture. If you don't have moisture during your centering, it will be separate. Also, I'm not talking about the wedging the clay today. Then the clay, when you choose the clay, then sometimes you don't have any choice. You went to studio, you should use studio clay. But the very important thing is you become advanced people. The dryness of the clay is very important. the clay is too dry, hard to centering, hard to make a large piece. It's kind of it's really painful to center with the dry clay. When you have a too wet clay, then you spinning the wheel, your piece shape up like that. Sometimes it's collapsed like a pancake. Then hard to make a tall piece. The clay dryness is very important with my experience. Okay, find out the medium soft clay, not too dry, not too soft. Then moisture first. Make a shape of the ball after you wetting the clay. Then trying to put your clay in the middle like that. Then my eye usually trying to close the clay, not like that. If you sitting in too far from the clay, it's hard to see the center. Also, I trying to support my arm. Without support your arm, hard to have a good power. Then, for example, when you do bowling, you hold the heavy bowling ball like that, hard to holding long time. You support the arm between your body like that, and easy to holding the heavy piece. That's very important. Then just trying to close the wheel and support your arm in here or the leg. That's very important. First time I showed to you the pre-center. You saw some of my video, and I just centering 10 pounds clay. Oh, everybody said, Daria, how you look so easy. Before I use the water, I do pre-center without water first. Then do the wheel very slow, like about 10-mile school zone. Then trying to connect the bottom part with the bed. If you didn't glue the bottom part onto the bed well, sometimes during your centering it separates from your bed. Just do the bottom first. Then do the wheel. Then I'm trying to have a little bit bigger power. Then like this shape. Then trying to do a half moon, but do the wheel slow and have a same big power in 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And my eye is about here. Then after then you do the little bit of top part. Then you don't know yet it is centered or not. Then do the wheel very slow. You can use your finger. If your finger mark shows up even everywhere, means the close the center, then you can start using the water. But sometimes like that, then your clay, your finger mark shows up only here. There is no finger mark in here. That means finger mark part too much this way. Then you should move your clay opposite like that. Then after you move your clay opposite, then even finger mark shows up everywhere after you do. It is really a good time to start. Okay, looks like a finger mark, scratch mark shows up everywhere even, and I'm ready to use the water. That's one of my best tip. And now I have some water. Some people use the water too much like that, pour around the top part. It's okay, you like that, but for me, I try to use less water because the clay looks like a paper towel. You use too much water then use into the clay body, it's gonna be too wet and hard to control end of the last minute. Then use the medium or less clay, the water, just to have enough water in your hands in here. Sometimes I use my damp sponge. This supply water, just medium, like not too much water like that, just squeeze well, then do in here. Just supply water just little by little. That is another my tip. And now, okay, there's too much water in here. Then I just to set up my body so close and holding really well. And left hand for me is my way. Okay. Left hand support about 7 o'clock like that, like a support. Usually left hand, what can I do? Support. The right hand usually push in the middle or pulling out. the left hand don't go away this way. Then this, if right hand push this way, left hand don't go away like a support. Then that's my theory, the support and pushing. Okay, right now I used my palm, left hand, support like here, like a 7 o'clock, don't go away. Then when you have about 1 pound clay or a little bit more than 1 pound clay, these two hands overlap. Usually right hand in, left hand out, like that. And now you see that my left hand is like a little bit straight. If you do the hands too much curve in here, and it's okay to work in the small amount of clay, but you try to make a working with the large amount of clay, you just body is too much curve in here, then you're the too much bending like that, then it's hurting your body. Try to less curve. The straight is good, or some not too much straight in your finger, just a little bit curving your finger is really comfortable to use your power. That's another my tip. Then I support the left hand this side. Then right hand, I use this part support my front, like a thumb is touching the top part. Then the drumstick part touching the front of you about 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Then the middle finger and the bottom part, like here, support the very bottom part. Lots of people don't use this part. They lose the center from the bottom. Oh, Daria, I'm doing really well and top part. Then I lose the bottom every time. That means you didn't use this part when you start. Like you saw the Korean taekwondo, then they use the I didn't do taekwondo, but they broke the brick. This part use this part for the bottom is very efficient with my experience. Then this part just support the bottom part. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 finger pad. I use finger pad. Then front of the 2 o'clock in here. Like you see my finger mark in here. Then the drumstick part in front of me like that. And this part, very bottom part, support the bottom like that. Holding, that means you see my inside, you holding the clay, there's a clay in here. The right hand, the middle part cannot do anything. It's okay, just to use this part, finger pad in here, glue together, 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, glue together. Then using the bottom part for the bottom, and using a drumstick part for the front of you. Then left hand here, support, don't go away, okay? And don't hurry, don't moving up. Lots of people, you saw the ghost movie. I did it too. And in the movie, up and down. Oh, Daria, I saw the ghost movie coming down so fast. That's the movie. And it's really hard for beginner. Then I really recommend it just to, you can try the after you comfortable to centering, you can try that. That you doing the centering and start up and down the clay. It's really good to make a clay even moisture and outside and in. But just that's a little bit dangerous for the beginner as my experience. Okay, then holding the bottom using this part like that. Then wait, a little bit wait. Don't hurry. After you wait, then you just fix the half bottom part. Then gently moving up. Then now you see my hands. The right hand's in, left hand out. Like a good job and support. Then top front, I use this part support in here. I trying to make a kind of shape of the cone. It's okay. Lots of people do this. I saw the other people like that, like the birthday cake. And for me, it's a little bit have a hard time to do this because I use the whole part of my right hand press, then clay trying to go outside, then left hand just the support in here, and it's okay for small amount of clay. Then you can use this part with the large amount of clay for feature. I had a really hard time to taking care of the top part press and support outside. I have a really hard time. That's why I just encourage you to make a shape of the cone, because first time you touch the floor and support to your arm, it's really good to have a big power. That means lots of clay under the bottom and you can have more power. Then finally you're moving up, then there's no support, then a small amount of clay easy to control. That's why I just to encourage to make the shape of the cone. Okay, after just holding like that, moving up and wait. Then finally there's not much clay in here. I use the right hand, this part, gently taking care of surface little by little, because there's a small amount of clay. You don't need two hands, but the other hands helping, just moving up like that, make a shape of the cone. Then now you're going to go in. Some people go in with the thumb until the bottom. Then it's okay, because this is small amount of clay. You can reach the bottom part with the thumb. But when you get used to that technique to using the thumb, go in, make a hole. Finally, for the future, you try to make a larger piece, then hard to go in with your thumb, because there's some the limit, the length, and hard to work with the large amount of clay. You have a little bit trouble to do that. And the first behavior is very important. I don't have any not good behavior. I had a hard time to change, hard time to fix. The first time you just find out the where is the center, holding and using the thumb, and now you find out where is the center. Then my tip is using the you can use a left hand or right hand, then two finger, and using the finger pad like that. Not go down this way, not straight, little bit curve, but then go down with the two finger using the finger pad like that. Go down. Then two fingers is not enough. Then I use another hand, another finger over the second finger, right hand, then the other finger over the other finger, then go down together. Four finger go down together, not like that, just like that in the middle. But very important thing is go down in the middle exactly, but don't go down too fast. Lots of people without stopping, then you lose the center on the bottom, hard to fix it. My tip is go down a little bit and wait. Waiting means the no power, just stay there. And go down a little bit and wait, but not 90-degree angle. If you go 90-degree angle, too much clay around your finger, then a little bit the 5-degree angle. That means finally the shape of the triangle shows up in the inside. Okay. Go down a little bit, like that. Four finger go down together, like that. Go down a little bit and wait. Finally, when you remove your hands, you should check the bottom thickness. Then lots of people remove your finger so fast. If you remove it so fast, you lose the center. Okay? That means whenever you remove your finger or skin away from the clay, do the very slow and gentle, not too fast. No jumping up. Then if you lose the center around here, then using your thumb and outside touch, two finger inside, like that, around the limb, left hand, and two finger in here. Then using the one finger of the right hand to just touch the top part and holding, touch, then wait. Not much the pinch, just to kind of don't go away from the center, like a touch, gentle touch. Okay, that's very important. Whenever you're doing opening and bring up the wall, I go back to the limb and around the outside limb and two finger inside and just touching and one right hand finger in the top and wait and fix the center, because the limb is away from the bottom, easy to lose the center. That's why I just ask my student every time. Just whenever you're doing something, go back to the limb, touching, and touching. 1, 2, 3, and gently. Then don't say goodbye fast. Say goodbye slow, like that. That's very important. Now I want to show to you what's going on inside. Then see, I go down 2 finger and okay, 2 finger, or you can use the right hand, left hand, whatever. 2 finger in here, other 2 finger like that. Can you see that? And go down, just trying to do this shape. Okay, then now you see the thickness of the bottom. How every time first time just you start, you should check the bottom thickness. I use the pin tool like that. You go down with the pin tool like that. You use your thumb over the surface. Now you can see bottom thickness. And every time I ask my student to have a little bit thick bottom thickness when you start for beginning student, because during you go down you have a too thin bottom, then during you opening you just push the bottom and you lost the bottom thickness. Also when you cut it out with wire, you lost the bottom thickness too. That means about the ½ inch thickness, a little bit less than 2 centimeter will be good for the beginner. That's my recommend. Then after that you go into opening, same thing, you go down this way. Then now I opening only the bottom part, then trying to not to open in here. Okay, I only try the bottom part little by little. Just lots of people opening at one time and fast, then you lose the center. Then same thing, when you go down and wait, go down, wait, opening little bit and wait, opening little bit, wait. Then fix the, keep this distance, don't opening here, only opening the bottom. Okay, like that. Same thing, I use 4 finger like that. Sometimes when I work with a larger amount of clay, I use a 6 finger like that. Opening and wait, and opening and wait. Okay, then gently follow the wall and say goodbye slow. Then 1, 2, 3, taking care of the limb. Then say goodbye slow, not too fast. Then I want to show to you what's going on in here. Okay, then just you opening a little bit and wait. Okay, during you waiting, stop the opening but stay. During you opening, you lost the center, and during you waiting, you fix the center until here. Okay, also you trying to have enough thickness between here and here. You open too much in here, too thin in here. What's going on? When you bring up the clay, the weak support is easy to lose center. Okay, then have enough, about ½ inch bottom thickness, a ½ inch in here. Okay, when you start with this shape before you bring up the wall. You can make a little bit thinner in here during you bring up the wall, but not now, too early. Okay, okay, now after then, this is so short, then lots of people start putting up the clay using the 2 hands, like with this stage. Then they start using 2 finger inside, 2 finger outside, like that. My tip is, first time when you have a short one, you can reach your thumb, the bottom part. Especially I use the left hand. The reason why I use the left hand means that you don't need that big power, just the medium power. That's why I use the left hand. Like I said to my student, pinch technique. Support outside with your thumb, then gently pinching inside, little bit bring up the clay. Because it's a short, lots of clay, and this is really working for me. First pulling up the clay with the short and thick wall. This is my a little bit different from the other people's way. The reason why with the thick, very thick wall and using the 2 finger, there's lots of distance between 2 hands. Then 2 hands is not connect really well. Hard to control your power during you bring up the clay. Lots of people lose the center from the bottom during this stage. reason why when you pick up the brush or something small one using one hands like a thumb and a second finger, it's easy to holding up. But when you use two finger like that, one finger or two fingers, a little bit unstable. That's why first time thick wall stage, I just using the one hands like a pulling up. But during you pulling up, you might be unstable to bring up the enough. That means I use right hand like a software. Then don't go way outside. Then don't lose your center. That's why I use the right hand. Little bit support in here, like a support to the wall, the top part. Then this one bring up and wait. Waiting means the no power, just staying. Little bit bring up and wait, bring up and wait, bring up and wait. If you bring up too fast, what happen? Then you push in here, then after spinning like that, then you pushing in here, but before your wheel moving whole part, you moving up too fast, then you pushing the other part during the half around. That's why you should waiting after you pulling up, after you push, pulling up and wait until your wheel is enough the spinning. That means you fix the center. You just the pinch in here, then you moving up in here. Then this part you lost the center. That means the pulling up and a little bit weight without pinch, pulling up and a little bit weight and without pinching it. That's very important. It's my tip. Then lots of people lost the center, then pulling up without fix the center, and finally hard to fix the center. It's too much go away. Then I'm pulling up and supporting here like that. Okay. Sometimes I use a little bit damp sponge and inside like a supply moisture in here and here. Okay, like that. Okay, now pulling up and wait, pulling up and wait, pulling up. When you can see that when I'm pulling up, I lost the center, it's wobbly. Then during I wait, it's stable. Pulling up, wait. When you reach around the limb, don't jumping up, just to stop to have a power in your finger. Gently touch and touch inside and outside. Then the right hand just touch the top part. Try to have it a little bit round shape in here. Then gently say goodbye. Okay. Then sometimes you should remove the water with the stick or some. See, if you don't use stick, sometimes you lose the center. That means when you lose the center in here, this part is very sensitive part, is lost center. Then touch the outside a little bit, two finger inside, then holding and wait. Gently say goodbye, it fixed the center. Okay, that's the tip. I have this. I made this using the chopstick and a little bit of sponge using the rubber band. You can make your own. Then now I can show to you this. But I trimmed a little bit in here. The problem is I just go down too much. Then you see the bottom thickness. Then when you're trimming this one, maybe you're going to make a hole just like a planter. You don't want it. That means you need enough bottom thickness like that. Okay, the bad example, good example. Also, when you just do, there's lots of the clay in here, then you remain it and hard to cut with your wire. You're going to use your wire and cut it, but sometimes the wire go here and here. You don't want to undercut. That means you need this stick. I use the wood stick. Then this is like a Sharpie part. Then I use a little bit lift up. And my side, I'm working in here, like a 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. For your side, maybe this way. Then just start from the half inch from the top, little bit lay down your side, then close to wall, go down little by little, remember, when you do this, do the wheel very slow. If you do the wheel too fast, you poke your clay and make a mess of your body of your clay. Also, I forgot something. First time when you do this, like make a hole, then do the wheel fast is okay. Okay, but the thickness of the wall getting thinner and thinner. The wheel speed is very important. Do the wheel little by little, slow and slower. If you do same speed fast and this stage, then hard to control the center. Okay, wall thickness is going to thinner and thinner, then do the wheel a little bit slow and slow. Especially you lost the center a lot, do the wheel like a school drum. Okay, then now I'm going to use this wood knife, then on my side, and your side, start from here, close the wall, little bit lay down, go down little by little, do the wheel slow. Like that. Then you can use some pin tool. Then everybody has a pin tool. Then I just use a pin tool, cut the bottom like that. Then remove this gently. Then I said this is the pre-trimming. Okay. Then sometimes you use this tool like this way. First time. Now I'm going to lay down like that. And your side, little bit back and lay down. Then do the wheel slow. Then I'm doing here, this way, little bit lay down. Do the wheel very slow. Clearing the bottom. This is how I'm doing centering. And this is how I'm teaching in my class. The last time I made a video is I really stressful about making the videotape, and 4 weeks my YouTube experience, it was awful. Okay, this is it. I want to show to you this. Also, when you do have enough the even thickness about 1/4 inch, then about a little bit more than 1/4 inch bottom, then you can make any shape. Okay, I can show to you. This one is not good idea, but see, you have an even thickness everywhere and good center, then easy to make a shape. Lots of people make a shape first during this stage, then trying to make a thinner the wall. Too late. Okay, shape and thinner the wall, too late. Then do the 90-degree angle, nice thickness, even thickness in here, good center, then you can make a shape. That's very important. End of the last minute. Then now you can make any shape. Okay, this is it. Thank you so much. I talked too much. Okay, like that. Okay, thank you. See you again. Thank you so much.